So welcome back. Now we're going to talk about your body and how your body works. So we've talked about all these chemicals that are in our environment. They're in our water, they're in our air, and they're in our food. What are we going to do? We can't stop eating, and we're certainly not going to stop breathing, and we're not going to stop drinking water because we can't, right? So we're going to talk about a solution that's simple, easy, and it's pennies a day. Anybody can afford it. So I'm going to tell you today how this is affecting you and what's going on with your body. And you know, we get to a point where we're vibrant, and you know how beautiful little babies are when they're born. Their little skin is so soft and their hair is so soft. And don't they just smell so sweet? They're perfect. And you know, they have those puffy little wrists and those little fat legs. Why? Because they've been taking a bath for 9 months in an alkaline bath right here when they're here. That is such an important state of life for our children. Why? Not only are they in this beautiful alkaline water bath that's inside of the mother, they're getting their mineral supply for their whole life from the mom. That's where we get it. Get it when you're right here. So it's so important for young girls that are having babies to make sure you're eating right, you're drinking lots of water. If you want to have healthy babies, this is vital, vital. We should live to be about 120 years old with a brain and a body that works. But we're not today because we're running out of our minerals too quick. Because we're on toxic overload. I call it TOS, toxic overload syndrome. We are way too toxic. Our bodies were never designed to handle all these toxic chemicals. And I'm going to explain to you how that works. But here's what happens to us. We're all born beautiful, beautiful hair, perfect skin, right? And then one day we wake up and we don't want to get out of bed anymore. It's like, leave me alone. I just want to sleep. We have no energy. We're tired at the point right in our life when we need it. And we're ready for it. Most of us are done with work. Now, I can tell you this is happening to young people, younger and younger and younger. A few weeks ago, I was in Dallas, Texas, and I went to talk to an HR director needing help because this is what she told me. 30 years she's been in this company, and she said, when I first came to work here, she said, all my large claims were my 60-year-olds, 60-year-olds and up. And then she said, the next 10 years, it became my 50 years old and up. She said, today, it's my 30-year-olds and up. She said, these claims are killing us. We have got to get these under control. We need help. Every company out there needs help because it's expensive. Healthcare is very expensive, right? So what do we got to do? We're on prevention. It's so much easier to prevent it than it is to try to deal with it, right? So here's what happens to us. We reach this age, we don't have no energy. We got to go get these because we can't see anymore, right? We have no patience. You know, it's a good thing we raise kids when we're young because you couldn't handle it when you get old. You would absolutely kill them. No kidding. They just would drive you crazy, right? What about your hormones? Guys call it PMS for us. You know, that means pack my suitcase, right? Well, guys go through it too. And here's why. Because we've ran out of minerals. Your body is trying to tell you desperately what it needs, but we don't know how to listen to it. But that's not all that happens. So our hormones shoot, you know, our sex drive goes off the cliff, right? We have none. You can't help it. You know, you come home to your little wife and you say, hey, honey, how was your day? And she goes, what do you want? You know, she's just, ooh, she can't help it. She has no control over that whatsoever. It's because her body is out of balance. And it happens to you guys too, where you get out of balance. Today they call it all kinds of different things, but that's exactly what it is. When it doesn't work anymore, everything's starting to fall apart. Well, what else? You can't sleep. How many of you wake up and look at the clock every night and it's 3:15, it's 2:10, it's 1:30, it's 4 o'clock every night? That's your body telling you, help me, I need help. There are processes going on when we sleep. Your body has quadrillions of processes going on all the time. It never stops from day one. It is working hard. It takes a lot of work. I mean, your heart beats over 4,800 times an hour. Imagine that. Just your heart. There's over 100,000 miles of blood veins in an adult body. This thing is working hard, pumping all that blood through this body. It takes energy. Everything takes energy. Walking, talking, thinking takes energy. That's why when we get injured seriously, we go into a coma. Because the body says, you're not doing anything. You're not talking, you're not walking, and you're sure not eating. Because digestion takes more energy than any other body function. That's why after the Thanksgiving dinner, everybody goes, and yes, it may be some of the chemicals in the turkey, but when you fill this gut up, you get sleepy. Because the body says, why don't you just take a breath and let me do my job? This is how the body works. It works just like that. Oh, and back to that, when we fall off the cliff, what about imbalance? We wake up one day, and just walking's a challenge. Climbing the stairs is a challenge, right? And what about healing? We heal so much slower as we age. Why? Why are all these changes happening to us all at the same time? There's a very, very good reason. And here's the biggest one, your memory. Everybody I know has memory problems. You're going to get something and you're like, you totally spaced it. You have no clue what you were going after. You have to turn around and go back and see if you can find a clue to tell you what you were going after. What happened? It's so simple. So simple. Your body is just telling you, you are on E. You've ran out of minerals. When we run out of minerals, you know, we're not living forever. We couldn't possibly all be on this planet at one time. There's not enough resources, right? So our body has a system. We start out as one cell. Today we're about 5 trillion, and we will go back to one cell. This thing knows how to shut itself down. We're not living on this earth forever. So here's what it does. It says, okay, you're not productive, so you got to go, because we got to make room for the next generation to come in. This whole world that we live in, I'm telling you, is about systems, systems, systems. Systems. And your body is a dynamic, magnificent, incredible system that works without fail when you give it what it needs. So we ran out of minerals. Well, why is that a big deal? When you run out of minerals, your hormones fail, because minerals feed hormones. Hormones feed glands, and glands keep vital organs healthy. When we run out of minerals, now, here's the big thing about minerals. Where are minerals at? Minerals are naturally occurring in water. That's where we need to get them from. It's a whole different ballgame when you get minerals out of the water versus adding minerals to something and taking them. Because water doesn't digest. Water absorbs. Your blood cells are 90% water. Everything has to have water in our body. So what happens when we run out of those minerals? And what do minerals do for us? They help our nerves. They help our blood regulation. They help us to relax. No wonder we worry, too, when we go through that stage of falling off the cliff. You know, I just can't handle it. Because you worry about the kids, you worry about the grandkids, you worry about the dog, you worry about everything. What is that worrying doing to you? It's stress. It causes your immune system to shut down. Because stress takes energy too. What about vitamins? Your body can't uptake one vitamin without minerals. Minerals are vital, so vital. The cells don't talk. The cell membrane is not healthy without water. So it's vital in minerals, because minerals are carried through our system in water. So we're going to end this segment right here, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the body more and how it is affected by water. So stay tuned.